Why does it feel like this? Bitcoin is at $111,000 and it feels shitty. It's crazy, right? We all wanted it to go to 100K or better. Now it feels bad because you've seen it at 125. Man, we're in a good place. You got to remember, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. All that other stuff is just noise, man. This is a different financial system, and we got to realize that Bitcoin is a different financial system. It's not about price go up, it's about how much your Bitcoin stack go up. You want to get as many Satoshis as possible, as many Bitcoin as possible. Whatever you got to do, you got to get off that old system and get into this new system. A lot of people don't understand that. And most of y'all probably don't understand that either, because the only way we can try to get our friends and family to try to understand, we got to speak to them in the old system, because they don't do enough research and they don't have enough conviction to get into the new system. And you can't speak to them from new system terms, and they only recognize the old system. And their confidence only comes when they do the research. And most people don't do the research. They only know price goes up, and that's what matters to them, because the world is running off the old system. And the old system does not go by natural law. Natural law is basically like energy or matter or whatever. Like, you cannot destroy energy. So if you put in work to earn something, your time, your attention, or whatever that may be, and you put in work to earn that, it shouldn't be able to be erased by someone that can print something out of thin air. It only should be replaced with something that requires energy. See, Bitcoin, it requires a substantial amount of energy to create Bitcoin. Fiat currency, dollars, stuff like that doesn't require any energy at all to create. It's just made up. That goes against the law of nature, and that system will eventually be destroyed, like every other fiat system has been destroyed. And what you run to? Bitcoin. Well, you run to a solid foundational money, or you run to another system that becomes that. And Bitcoin is the best system to run to at that point in time when it happens. And people won't know when it happens. It's going to happen all of a sudden and all at once on them. Once you're in Bitcoin, you stack your Bitcoin up, and it's first come, first serve. That's why the saying is, everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. Because if it's not important enough to you to learn about Bitcoin, then it's not important enough to you to secure your future. Now, you may say, I like to have my money in the bank. My money is there, it's safe, I can use it. Bitcoin goes up and down and round and round. That's because you're measured in the old system. You're not measuring how much Bitcoin you accumulate. Now, I understand the fact that you need money to operate in the old system as you plan on transitioning to the new system. And that's understandable. We all need some money to pay our bills, and that's that. But when you're talking about saving, money that you're not going to touch for years, saving, you want to save that financial energy. And the best place to save that financial energy is in Bitcoin. When you look at everything as an investment, you always measure in an old system. You're not looking at it to transfer into a new system, which is the Bitcoin network. And that's tough on people. People don't do enough research, and conviction comes with knowledge. And if you're not doing enough research and you think you are doing enough research, you're in trouble. Because sometimes you'll look into something and not look deeper into it, or look into the wrong place, or just depend on somebody else telling you something about it rather than you listening to somebody, going to look things up for yourself. That's why they say it takes 100 hours for you to kind of get some conviction. But really, it won't take that long if you just look up and try to rebuttal everything someone else saying. Then you'll see the bigger picture. You'll see that people just create fiat currency. You'll learn how the banking system works and how it works against you. You're saving, let's say you work 40 hours a week and you make $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, right? $50,000 a year. So let's say you save $50,000 and you put it in the bank. 10 years from now, yes, you will have $50,000, but that's just one unit, but it won't be able to buy you the same value of things. Like, say if you wanted to put a down payment on a house today, that's $500,000, 10% down. and you save $50,000, but you don't want to buy it today. You want to buy it 20 years from now or 15 years from now. Those $50,000 will be more like $20,000 because the house is worth like $1.2 million. You know, so the value of what you can buy is not the same. Yes, you still got $50,000, but you don't have the value of purchasing power. And that's the trick that they play on you. And that is why I save in Bitcoin. I put all my savings in Bitcoin because the purchasing power of the things that I can buy now is more. Now you may say, oh, I might need the money to go up and down. That's why you need to put your savings in there and have money to pay your bills. Yes, but your savings is what you put there. And now you have a lot more that you can use as purchasing power. And that only comes with conviction. Yeah, that's me explaining a little bit about that, but I'm just ready for the rest of the bull run. I know one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, but if you feeling sad and mad about crypto right now, it's because you probably got too many altcoins and your altcoins is going to shit versus Bitcoin right now. And don't worry about it. We almost there. The bull run of this fourth bull run, I think it's going to run longer. Hey, just prepare for the rally. Yes, sir.